Be prepared. Everything you think you know about yourself is about to be rewritten. March 2025 isn't just another shift. It's a full-blown rebirth. Your energy, your mindset, even the way you see the world will feel like it's being ripped apart and rebuilt from the ground up. This month is raw, fiery, and unstoppable. You won't have time to analyze or second-guess it. Aries season is almost here, and it's hitting like a cosmic wildfire. Because Aries isn't just the start of a new zodiac cycle, it's the reset button on your entire existence. It strips away hesitation, burns through the old, and forces you to step into something completely new. And the craziest part? You won't even realize how much you're changing until it's too late. If you've been randomly meeting people who feel strangely significant, like they were placed in your path for a reason, keep watching. Because there's one specific reason why this is happening to you right now. You don't want to miss this. But that's just the beginning, because something even bigger is about to hit. An energy shift so intense, you need to be prepared before it's too late. March 20th marks the spring equinox, the day when light and dark are in perfect balance for just a moment. But this isn't about balance. This is about choosing sides. The equinox marks the official start of Aries season, but this time it's different. This isn't a smooth transition. It's a cosmic fork in the road. You're standing at the edge of something massive, and whether you realize it or not, a decision is being made. Stay where you are or step into the fire. Because after this, there's no going back. The door you walk through now will shape your entire future. And what's on the other side? Well, let's just say not everyone is ready for what's coming next. Like it or not, Aries season is almost here, and it's about to ignite everything. You don't need to follow astrology to feel it. The shift is undeniable. There's an edge in the air, an undercurrent of urgency that makes people more impatient, more reactive, more unpredictable. It's as if the world itself is vibrating at a higher frequency, and no one is immune to its effects. One moment, there's an overwhelming surge of energy, a drive to start something new, to take action, to push forward without hesitation. The next, exhaustion hits like a wall. The highs feel invincible, the lows feel crushing. Aries energy isn't measured or balanced. It's a wildfire, not a controlled burn. It doesn't ease you into transformation. It forces it, demanding movement whether you're ready or not. If you felt more restless, more impulsive, or suddenly driven by an intense need for change, you're not alone. It's happening everywhere. There's a reason Aries is known for being bold and relentless. It doesn't second-guess. It doesn't sit still. It's not about deep reflection or waiting for the right moment. It pushes forward without looking back. And that means emotions are running high. Decisions are being made in an instant. Patience is in short supply. But this is only the beginning. Aries season alone is intense enough, but now it's colliding with something far bigger, something that hasn't happened in over 160 years. And once it begins, there's no going back. On March 30th, Neptune moves into Aries. The last time this happened was in 1861, a time of revolutions, upheaval, and radical change. Now, history is about to repeat itself in ways that will shake the world. Neptune governs the unseen, spirituality, illusions, dreams, and the subconscious. It shapes what people believe in, what they trust, and what they're willing to fight for. For the past 14 years, it's been drifting through Pisces, a sign of fluidity and introspection, where faith was often quiet and personal. But now, Neptune is stepping into Aries, and everything is about to shift. This is no longer an era of passive belief. Aries doesn't wait for divine guidance. It moves. It doesn't meditate on possibilities. It takes action. This is the rise of the spiritual warrior, a time when people will be forced to confront what they truly believe and decide whether they're willing to stand for it. For years, illusions have provided comfort. But Aries doesn't allow for illusions. It burns them away, exposing what's real and what was never meant to last. The old ways of thinking won't survive this fire. Ideas that once seemed unshakable will fall apart. Those who have relied on external guidance will realize they can no longer afford to wait for answers. The time for watching and waiting is over. This isn't just an astrological event, it's a turning point. And whether you feel it yet or not, the shift has already begun. On March 29th, the sky itself will turn against the past. A solar eclipse is never just another astrological event. It's a severing, a cosmic force so powerful that it doesn't just change things, it erases them. But this is an Aries solar eclipse, the first sign of the zodiac, the warrior, the one who doesn't ask for permission, only action. This is not a gentle transition. This is a force that will burn away anything weak, anything stagnant, anything that is no longer truly you. You are standing on the edge of an identity collapse, and there's no stopping it. And here's where it gets wild. You won't even realize what's happening until it's already over. You might wake up on March 29th and feel off, like something is missing, like you've forgotten something important, but can't quite place what it is. That's because something has disappeared. The parts of you that no longer align with your true path are being ripped away, whether you're ready or not. And that's not just metaphorical. This will play out in real life. People you thought would always be there, gone. A job, a project, a goal you've been clinging to, it suddenly feels meaningless. A version of yourself you were comfortable with, dissolving right before your eyes. The universe is forcing evolution. It's not asking, it's demanding. You can either let go or be dragged, and that's the real test. How will you respond when life removes something you thought you needed? Because here's the truth, if it's disappearing, it was never meant to stay. The Aries eclipse doesn't just create change, it burns bridges to the past. There is no going back, so don't try to hold on, don't try to piece together what's already been destroyed. If something fades, collapses or vanishes, trust that it's for a reason. Because once this eclipse has done its work, the only thing left standing will be the real you. Something is building inside of you, a pressure, a heat, an energy that feels like it could explode at any moment. This is Aries fire, and once it's lit, it won't go out. You will feel an urge to move, to act, to break free from everything holding you back. But here's the thing, fire doesn't think, it burns. This month, you will feel an almost uncontrollable desire to do something, anything to release this energy, to quit, to start, to change, to destroy, to create. But if you don't control it, it will control you. Aries energy is a weapon. Use it right, and it will fuel your greatest breakthroughs. Use it wrong, and you'll find yourself lashing out, making reckless choices, burning bridges you didn't mean to burn. You either learn to wield this fire, or it will consume you. So before you act on impulse, pause. Ask yourself, is this decision coming from power or from panic? Because right now, for some of us, the energy is already here. It's ready to be used, but only you decide what you'll set on fire, your past or your future. Remember when I said that if you've been randomly meeting people lately, people who feel strangely significant, there's a reason for it? Well, this is that reason. Aries energy doesn't just destroy the old, it brings in the new. And some of the people entering your life right now, they were sent for a reason. This isn't just about meeting new people, it's about alignment. The universe is putting you exactly where you need to be, with exactly the right people. Some of them will challenge you, some will open doors you didn't even know existed, and some, they'll feel so familiar. It's almost eerie. Ever locked eyes with a stranger and felt like time slowed down for a second? Or had a conversation that felt too perfectly timed to be coincidence? That's the kind of energy at play. You're stepping into a phase where encounters aren't just random, they're calculated moves in your evolution. You might run into someone from your past, a connection that was left unfinished, now resurfacing with a new purpose. Or cross paths with a stranger who says something so exactly what you needed to hear, it shakes you to your core. Even casual encounters will feel charged, like you're supposed to pay attention. So don't brush these moments off. Watch for them. Lean into them. Because in the grand scheme of things, these aren't just meetings. They're messages. Something inside is about to snap. If you feel restless, frustrated, or straight up done with playing by the rules, good. That's Aries waking up inside of you. This is the energy of the warrior, the rebel, the trailblazer. And it will not let you stay small anymore. For too long, you've been told who to be, what to do, what's acceptable, what's realistic, and suddenly, that voice won't matter anymore. You'll feel it in your chest, this deep, primal need to break free. Maybe you're fed up with a job that drains your soul. Maybe you can't fake a relationship that no longer fits. Maybe you're staring at your life and thinking, this isn't who I'm supposed to be. Aries destroys limitations, not with careful planning, but with pure, unstoppable force. And here's the wild part. You might not even recognize how much you've been holding back until this fire explodes out of you. One moment, you'll be fine. The next, you'll feel like you've been caged your entire life, and suddenly, the door is wide open. This is not quiet energy. This is bold, reckless, fearless. It will push you to act. But here's the danger. If you don't channel this energy, it will control you. You'll see people around you snapping, burning bridges without a second thought. Some will be liberated. Others will be lost, because Aries energy doesn't wait, it doesn't hesitate. It forces movement, whether you're ready or not. So, before you let this fire consume you, ask yourself, are you making a move because it's right for you, or just because you're desperate to feel free? Because Aries doesn't do subtle. It will either launch you forward, or leave you in the wreckage of a life you destroyed without a plan. At first, you won't notice it happening. The shift will be too big, too fast. You'll be in it, moving with it, adapting without even realizing. It'll feel like life is accelerating. Conversations, decisions, emotions, everything coming at you all at once. And then, one day, you'll pause, maybe in the middle of a conversation, maybe while scrolling through something that used to interest you, maybe while looking in the mirror, and it will hit you. You're not the same person you were before. The changes will be subtle at first. Little things that feel different but don't seem significant on their own. The way you react to certain people, the thoughts that no longer occupy your mind, the goals that once felt urgent but now seem irrelevant. But then, like a puzzle coming together, it will all click. This isn't just growth. This is a complete rewiring. The way you think, the way you move, the way you engage with the world. It's all shifting into something unrecognizable. You'll notice it in your relationships. The conversations that used to energize you, now they feel empty. The people you once felt so deeply connected to, it's like they're speaking a language you can no longer understand. And maybe, for a moment, that feels isolating. But then you realize you don't even miss it, because you're not just changing, you're evolving. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.